This is terrible. This is terrible.
What's up, ACE families? This is Ryan from ACE Leadership High School. I'm the Community Engagement Director, and I'm bringing something new to you guys. I'm going to do a Hot Wings interview show. It's called Chato's Burning Questions. Questions. With me today for the pilot episode is JR Tarin. He is our Facebook Fortis industry partner. JR, introduce yourself to the group.
Hey everybody, my name is Tarin. I work for Fortis Construction. We have been partnered with ACE Leadership for a few years now, and we're really excited to the future.
Thank you so much for being here and taking this opportunity and the leap into a makeshift hot wing show. So we'll start off with our first sauce. Pretty easy. It's Cholula. Everybody's familiar with Cholula. So let's go ahead and dip our first wing. All right. Now, I'm gonna ask a question, then we'll take the bite. Okay? What was high school like for you?
High school was a really fun time in my life. I wasn't as committed to school as I should have been, of course. I made a lot of decisions that probably would have affected me changing my life goals at some point, but one of the best decisions I made in high school was joining the military. Right. I signed up my sophomore year, so that really what set me through my last few years of high school. But I left 30 days after I graduated high school.
Oh, wow.
I graduated May 25th, and I left for the Navy June 25th. So it was that was my life-changing experience for sure. It taught me a lot. It gave me a lot of growing upness over my 4 years through there. I started out as low as I could be. By the time I left as an E5, which is not something that happens over the course of 4 years. So I grew a lot during that time frame, and I couldn't have made a better choice during my high school years, but joining the military.
We're gonna move on. Next sauce is Valentina Black Label. Just a kick up from Cholula, not anything major. What does being an ACE industry partner mean to you?
Being an industry partner is probably one of the best things that ever happened to me in my job.
Right on.
I have a very strong relationship with education. I didn't realize until late in my life that education was such an important part of what I do and what makes me happy. And so having the opportunity to come to ACE, be a part of the education that happens here, being able to make sure that all the resources that are available to all the students makes me feel like I'm contributing to something right in life. I've been able to have 2 capstone classes that I've been able to interact with, create curriculum, bring other industry partners in to communicate with them and share their life experiences and show them that when you graduate, if you know exactly what you want to do with the rest of your life, that's fine. But if you don't, that's not the end. That's most
right
people. That's most grown-ups. Right. It's one of those things that you learn as you grow. Who you are when you're in high school is not who you are for the rest of your life. So just be able to impart that knowledge to them to make sure that they understand that there's a whole lot of life ahead of them, and there's going to be a lot of experiences that are going to shape who they are and who they become.
I saw this thing I really liked the other day. Is fail is the first attempt in learning.
Oh, absolutely.
So just you got to reframe. You know, everybody's not cut from the same cloth, so you can't expect everybody to learn in the same way, to do the same things, to take the same paths. And I think it's awesome to have partners like you that come in here and they show the kids that you are invested 100% in their future, no matter what that is, right? Even if it's not going into the industry per se, right? You're still here, you're still giving them experience, and you're still giving them exposure, and that's huge.
Yeah, it's really exciting. I've had 4, 5, 6 careers if I try and break it down before I realized that construction is where I wanted to be. And of course, I regret not doing it when I was 18, but right, it's grown so much that all of these experiences have shaped who I am today.
Next up, we're gonna get into a little bit of a hotter territory here. This is Have Mercy hot sauce. It is a hot sauce based out of Texas. Let's see what it has in store for us today. What industry do you work for, and how did you get there? Yeah,
It's like right in the back of your throat. That's where it hits
just
you.
kind of just kind of sits there. It just kind of sits. It doesn't move around too much.
Yep.
There's no judgment though. If you need some milk or some water, we do have some
I'm
available.
gonna try and push through.
All right.
Like I said at the onset, I work for Fortis Construction. We're the general contractor for the data center in Los Lunas. My position, I work with all of our trade partners to make sure that they have all of the information that they need to perform their job and be able to give the customer exactly what they want. I might make sure that all of their billings, all of their questions, all of their material that they're going to be using on the project is acceptable and exactly what the customer is expecting. I right now currently, of course with COVID, we're working 1 week on, 1 week off. So 1 week I work from home, and that's one of the better parts of.
You're gonna push through, eh?
I thought so.
It's okay. No shame.
We've been one of the benefits of being a project engineer is a lot of my job can be done from home. It's working behind a computer, so problem solving and pushing through a lot of the issues that they face. Yep.
Awesome.
What was the second part of that question?
And how did you get there?
Oh, so an interesting story on that one. I discovered construction late in my life. I was 28 when I figured it out. I thought I was going to be in computers, continue building network systems, servers, things of that nature. But,
yeah, breathing doesn't help.
It doesn't at all. Not in the least. I started doing side construction jobs, just general labor, pushing a broom, and then it evolved into me doing some general carpentry and plumbing and running electrical wire, and I discovered this passion for construction. The problem is New Mexico State doesn't have a construction management program, and so the closest thing that I could get to was becoming a civil engineer. So I went into civil engineering technology at New Mexico State. Fantastic education. I know more about structural items. I can design an entire structure or concrete, and it's just something that adds to my ability to be a good construction manager in my current job.
That's awesome, man, because it shows that there's many paths to the same point, right? It's not something that you have to have immediately figured out, especially for high school kids who have other things that they're trying to figure out, where their place in this world, who they are, who their friends are, what kind of path they want to take. To have them expected to figure out where they're expected to go next step, it's not all the same path, right? You can do a roundabout way, or you could do the direct way, which is the apprenticeships and the internships that we provide them, so they get their foot in the door. They kind of dip their toe in the water, so to speak, and then that way they're able to figure it out and say, okay, this is something I am passionate about, so I want to explore it more.
Absolutely. And being in Albuquerque is another great experience, just because of there's a lot of union presence here, and so if that's a route someone wants to take, and UNM has a fantastic construction management program that is available to all of the graduates here, and CNM as well. Started out at CNM, go get all of your lower level credits there, and they have a program that takes you directly into UNM. So CNM is a fantastic option for anybody that's interested in construction management.
Yeah, ain't no shame in that.
Absolutely.
I did the junior college route before I transferred to a 4-year college, so I've been there, done that.
I'm so worried. We're only like halfway there.
We're halfway through. So next up, and I think it's not fair that I'm asking the question and then taking the bite, so I'm gonna switch it up.
He's
and
acting
I'm gonna,
all strong, like, yeah, this is nothing. I don't have
no
to talk.
problem.
I
And
can
so
just
when
sit
the
here in
camera's
silence.
not on me, I'm all like, oh God. So here we go. This next sauce is Captain Jolly Roger hot sauce. So here we go. Let's kick it up a notch. I'm gonna take the bite now, and then I'll ask the question. That one's tasty. Kind of the barbecue flavor to it.
That was enjoyable. Right now.
Yeah, for the moment it's enjoyable. Hopefully it doesn't sneak up on us. Now that you have a chance to recover, What advice would you give a kid that's thinking about coming to Ace Leadership High School?
Oh, be prepared to be a part of a family. Absolutely. I've been in my time in high school. It was you came in, you did your work, and you went home. There wasn't a whole lot of interaction with the faculty versus besides, hey, make sure your work is done and you turn your homework in. That was about the impact that my education was delivered to me. But here, there's a genuine care for the students, and that's something that you have to be prepared for. It's especially coming from a public school into an institution like this. It's the instructors care, and your classmates care, and the ones that have when you enter into the classroom, those are the people that have bought into the same culture and mentality that the teachers have, that the instructors have, that you're not alone anymore. If you've ever felt alone in school, those times are done. You're a part of a family now, and you're a part of something bigger than yourself.
Right.
And so just be prepared for that, because if you're looking for somewhere to belong, Ace is that place.
This one is called Angry. It is chunky, smells wonderful, a little frightening. But when you commit to it, you gotta commit to it.
This is for you. This is for you. I do this for you. Doing it for real people.
That one doesn't take you to Flavor Town.
Oh no, I should have eaten it at the same time.
No, you didn't eat it yet?
I thought you were gonna ask, then I ate.
No. Remember, I switched it up, so
You did.
I'm going through it with you as I ask. Holy moly. So, JR, what impresses you about Ace students? He is talking, ladies and gentlemen. You just can't hear him.
Their commitment. That's the most impressive thing that I've seen. I took over in January of 2020, and so my direct involvement into ACE started in January of 2020, and a few months later, of course, COVID hit, and holy moly. We had to adapt. We had to adapt due to work. All of a sudden, everybody, especially in their senior year with our capstone last year, had to start working from home, and we evolved. we had to figure out how to continue teaching these students what they needed to learn outside, and the resiliency of the students, and they adapted. Everything that we threw their way, they adapted and they were able to overcome. We were able to evolve our education in a way that they were able to still receive all the information that they needed.
Watch your hands around your eyes.
I know, I'm using the back of my head right now. To become better. To become the people that ACE graduates are after graduation. And they got stronger as well. Thank you so much. They got stronger as well. We were able to award the top performing students at graduation, which was a fantastic opportunity for us as Fortis and my customer,
right,
to be able to provide to these students the ability to say, like, I earned this through my resilience. Right. And that's something that ACE students have, is resilience.
And that's really cool, because it gives them, like, it kind of dangles more than just a carrot, right? To being able to look at it like, I'm not just finishing school, I'm also like getting and achieving in addition to that. So really,
I can't see anyways through the tears, so I might as well take the glasses off.
All right.
This is
All right,
this is terrible. This is terrible.
breathe about it. This doesn't hurt.
Let's just die about it.
This
now
feels
at this
good.
point.
Glad I'm taking this journey, you know? It's about the experiences in life.
Togetherness. Me and you're gonna be
Community.
Oh my! It's so thick.
The family.
So thick.
Last one, JR.
Oh, and it's even a leg, a drum, which is the best part. But I'm gonna hate them after this forever.
This one is called Fire Urea. Supposedly it hurts in two ways. Oh my gosh.
Oh,
Let's build ourselves up. This is for our community,
for our community.
for our
you.
school,
For you, I'm hurting.
for these kids, for their futures.
I'm never gonna feel right.
Your last question. What has been your most memorable experience partnering with Ace? And you can't say this. Oh, go on.
Probably this one because this is my last experience with Ace because I probably quit.
We're there. Let's just ride it. There's no more ahead of us. We're just in the moment with the hot sauce.
Be one with the hot sauce.
Mhm.
Be one with the hot sauce. It was towards the end of last year, which I was talking about the prizes. We had interviews with the students.
Uh-huh.
We had mock interviews. Oh my gosh, this is painful. The mock interviews were definitely the most memorable part because the students were aware of the questions we were going to ask and the honesty that I was able to get from these students to hear.
Can I get you in the back of the throat?
To hear the experiences that these students have been through and just pairing that with the fact that they were about to graduate. They had made it through some very serious, emotional, personal experiences, and they were able to grow from that, overcome that, and just graduate. Yeah, that was an accomplishment that a lot of them that I had heard didn't think they were ever going to get to this point, and they were able to do it. And so just being able to connect with these students at that level was something I'm going to keep with me forever. I feel like I connected with them in a way that I wouldn't have been able to anywhere else.
And I can tell you're passionate, and it looks like you're getting a little emotional. Oh wait, that's just the hot sauce.
That's just hot sauce. But yes, they're both. Let's combine.
But no, it's really cool to hear kids' stories, to watch them grow from like their first day in the building to the time that they graduate. You know, you're seeing the culmination, the growth, the little 14-year-old kid who walked through the doors as a freshman to the young adult that's leaving Ace with opportunities that might not have been possible otherwise.
Absolutely. Just it hits you.
Mhm.
It hits you to watch that and to see that growth is just fantastic.
It is. So, if you're interested in joining our family at Ace Leadership High School, just go online, aceleadership.org/enrollment. Fill out a lottery form. Join our team, join our family. Start your tomorrow today. We're building New Mexico futures here. Thank you for joining us for the first episode of Chato's Burning Questions. JR, you're a champ. Thank you for volunteering to do this with me. I wouldn't have it any other way.
Thank you for the opportunity. I'm so glad that I got to be the first and I won't be the last because I got some people I'm going to sign up for this.
Right on, man. I appreciate that. All right, this is Ryan signing off.